Today on Eventapalooza, our guest is Bill Mulligan, and we're diving into his favorite event and what makes an event stand out, and how you can apply these lessons to any event you're planning or producing. Welcome, Bill. I'm super excited to have you on the podcast. Can you tell the listeners about your background? I know you've been an event stakeholder for multiple events, driving the development and direction of those events. So yeah, take it away.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me. I guess I have loved events for a long time. I guess growing up, I had a lot of aunts and uncles and a lot of cousins. So kind of big family gatherings of getting together and doing things have always been a big part of my life. My career spanned a lot of different things. I used to be a research scientist, got a master's degree in social science. Now I work in tech. So I've done a lot of different things. And I also do in my personal life a lot of things in sports. So bringing people together around sporting events, which is really fun too. So lots of different experiences, lots of different events that I've done.
Were you ever did you ever plan a specific event, or were these, because I know you're a stakeholder, obviously, but were you ever in the weeds of it, or?
Yeah, I have planned a lot of different events.
I was guessing that.
Yeah. Actually, one example, I'm actually a captain for a run club here in Berlin, and we host up to 200-person event every single week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So, hey, quick segue into what's your favorite event?
Yeah, my favorite event that I've ever done, which will be extremely difficult to top, was when I was doing my master's. I was at Oxford.
Okay.
And one of the big things at Oxford is doing what they call balls. So it's very similar to what you see at Harry Potter. It's kind of almost like a really big wedding, but just for your college. And somehow I got roped into being the ball chair at my college in Oxford. And I was like,
wow.
You know what? This is the one ball I'm going to plan in Oxford. So we're going to go all out and do a Harry Potter themed ball. So obviously you have the perfect setting. And yeah, we planned a Harry Potter themed ball in Oxford.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many attendees? I mean, that's got to be huge.
So it really depends on the ball. Some are very, very big. Ours was a smaller college. So we had 200 people, which I guess it's still a fairly large event. That's why I was
that's pretty good size.
Yeah, a very large wedding.
Yes. That's amazing. Harry Potter. So, yeah, tell us more about that.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, it was very easy with the setting, right? You're already in a college at Oxford. You kind of have all of the, archways. Our college used to be a monastery. So all of that built in. So it made the setting already very good with that. And then kind of diving into each different aspect of the event. I think the fun part was kind of bringing out each Harry Potter into each of those. So through the decorations, the different 4 colors that you have, the different Harry Potter things, the owls and the wands, the robes. And then even going all the way down to the food. I think actually the catering company, which is in-house for the college, actually really got into it. I think they're almost more excited than me. Said, they made Butterbeer. They made mandrake cakes. They really got into all the details of the different things that we could do for Harry Potter themed food too.
That is so much fun. I can't believe it. That'd be a blast. So did people dress up?
Yeah, some people dressed up. Some people were really into it. There's one of my committee members, and she was doing all the decorations, and she had a full gown. I I was just absolutely running around. I think the day before the event, I didn't leave the venue for 24 hours because I was just there trying to get things done. And so as a joke, I dressed up as Dobby, the house elf, because I was I'm just the person in the background trying to make everything work. So I got into it in the way that I could too.
That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, that is super hard to top. So with my background in video, I'm wondering, how do you extend that beyond the event? Did anyone film a highlight video? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting. This was, I would almost say, like on the cusp of social media. This is like
Mm,
Instagram was there, but everything was still on Facebook. Like we message everything through Facebook Messenger. So I think like the whole uh, like photography and videography wasn't quite there. So we would, like,
yeah.
I basically don't have any photos from that because I was running around getting
Oh,
things done. Which is kind of cool because it's like just like this like perfect moment, and you didn't have to care about like how it looked and stuff. So I have like
right.
really good memories. But there's not that many photos. There's the one photo that like sticks out to me is like me dressed up as Dobby, and I have like a piece of duct tape that says Dobby on it, and I'm in jorts, and I'm holding a like a rock star like energy drink, and
Yes.
next to the master of the college, and she really got into it, and she had like fully dressed up, and it was like the picture of the two of us because it was she was like the head of the college. So, but that's the main one, and the other the other one. The other photo was the aftermath. One of my friends flew over from the U.S. and he
Hmm.
dressed black ties, like a full tuxedo, and he just like slept on the couch in the common room. And so the photo was him just like in the morning sprawled out across the couch. But beyond that, we don't really have that many photos. But maybe it's better.
Well, yeah, you have the memories, which are probably
Yeah,
better.
yeah, exactly.
That's really cool. Um, yeah, I hadn't really thought of a ball. That's fun.
Yeah,
Um,
I think like the biggest thing is like for me has always been like leaning into the location.
mhm,
So like Oxford, it makes sense to do Harry Potter. Like in Berlin, you're not going to have those type of venues. So you're gonna have different things, like a lot of clubs. So it's like leaning into like the grittiness, the graffiti. Some of those things in Berlin can be fun. So like our run club, for instance, did uh, a run that we called Control Alt Art. And
okay.
so we got like graffiti artists coming in. We talked about like the street art in Berlin, did a run around that, and then had a party afterwards in like a Berlin club. So I think it's the biggest thing is like creating like the setting and the ambiance and being able to like lean into that. Like I also really recently came across a really sick venue in Berlin that like
Mhm.
really for me encompasses the city, and I'm just like trying to figure out what event I can do there just because I want to use the venue because it's like such a perfect location.
That sounds killer. So on your graffiti run, did you like run to certain walls and stop and talk about them, or?
Yeah, exactly. So we integrated kind of like the history of the city into the run, and somebody had done the background research and
Mhm.
looked up what kind of like the symbolism or the meaning behind like different street art around the city was, and then we linked a couple up. And like usually on our runs, we do a couple stops. So there we stopped, we talked about the art, did an exercise, and then went to the next one. And it's interesting, I think, especially with street art because it has so many different meanings and things it's trying to project and like say to the audience, and there's so many different ways. And then it's also kind of like a living piece of art where people can add on top of it, once
Yeah.
it's finished, and anybody can add or remove things as they see too.
Yeah, yeah. I once did an event in Tel Aviv, and while I was there, did a graffiti tour, and that was really cool. Super interesting.
Yeah,
And I can only imagine, I mean, Berlin, the graffiti there is got to be really fun.
yeah. And Berlin actually has the first street art museum in the world too. So
Oh, no
like,
way.
yeah, the whole street around that has a lot of cool stuff, and it's ever evolving. And I think it's one of my favorite museums in Berlin because it kind of, I think, speaks to so many different topics too.
Hmm. Yeah, I love street art.
Yeah.
Banksy, all those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I don't want to take much more of your time, but thank you so much for being on our podcast. And uh, a Harry Potter ball, that is amazing.
Yeah. It's fun.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you later this week.
Yeah. I'll see you in Amsterdam.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Cool.